Well, of course, the Eagles' offense looked good, and it looked good without A.J. Brown. Of effing course. Because now we have to hear this for 2 weeks. It just seems like it always has to be something. Instead of seeing Sunday's game as, the offense looked better than it did with A.J. Why can't we see it like this offense is an equation? It has an answer, and it hasn't been solved for most of the first half of the season. And now, in these last 2 weeks, Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo have started to simply find the answers because with or without A.J. Brown, there's a ton of good players. They were going to get this thing sorted. And while, they looked good yesterday, have we already forgotten that A.J. basically made the two biggest plays the week prior? I'm listening to some of this discourse today. A.J. Brown is an integral part of this team, and everybody knows it. The Eagles went 1-3 in the 4 games he missed between the end of 2023 and the beginning of last season, and they basically haven't lost since. Every time he's in the lineup, it seems to go pretty freaking well, and when he's out, they struggle, with the exception being a not very good Giants team. This offense needs AJ's explosiveness and attitude. He's freaking intimidating. He's a player to be accounted for. You don't just give that up. Not in a year where anything short of back-to-back championships is abject failure, and certainly not given the freaking cap implications and how many other positions of need there are at this trade deadline and going forward. It's on Nick and Patullo to just make this offense work with all the weapons Howie Roseman has given him. And that should be all anyone in that building is worried about. And they have another 2 weeks to figure this thing out. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to Philadelphia, presented by our friends at Bet Parks. Joining me live in the Xfinity Lounge, filling in on production this week, it is Andrew Frazier. What's going on, Andrew?
Oh, Bill, what's up, man? Hanging out with you is going to be fun.
It is nice to be coming in after a win and not have to spend 2 weeks. Like I said, it's always got to be something. But I'd much rather just be like, they're not trading AJ than be like, well, they got swept by the Giants for 2 weeks and have to worry about that. So I'm feeling pretty good today.
Oh, man, I'm feeling great. You know, seeing that offense yesterday, seeing Saquon finally break one. Oh,
right away, too.
Woo.
Just like all is well. Second play of the game, all is well.
And how about Tank Bigsby? I mean, come on.
This looked like one of the worst Howie moves ever, like a week ago.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's, Tank, huh?
Yeah.
Yesterday was a ton of fun. I think in the instant observations up on allphly.com, it was Rich Hoffman who was like, they just needed that. And I think we all collectively needed it. Because even 100%. The Vikings game, like it still came down to the end. This one, at least, a nice breeze. And that takes us to today's headlines. First one, obviously, Eagles beat the Giants 38-20. Now, I had 37-17. I was really hoping for a 20-point win in this one, but they basically delivered what I was looking for. Before the Vikings game, I begged the Eagles, just freaking get the job done. Before this week's game, I didn't predict and I didn't ask. I demanded a big win because it's what needed to happen. Once I saw AJ wasn't playing, that got made official like shortly after Friday's show. I was like, okay, that's going to make it a little more difficult to win by 20. But they went out and they still were able to go out and do it. I am happy this team met my demands because I didn't want to do this for 2 weeks. I would have called out like, all right, we did the first week. We're not doing the second. I would have just called out and made Tyler do it when he gets back from vacation. Guess what? You have to do this now. They lost to the Giants twice. You have to do this going into the Packers game. But they saved us all from at least that discourse. So thank you to all of our birds. I got to tell you, the NFL officiating.
Oh, man, was that bad.
At least yesterday, it was funny. Like, at least yesterday, it's, we're going to call the Giants the Jets. We're going to go on the mic and be like, I tried explaining to Dable that he's not allowed to do what he's trying to do, and he's still doing it. So, like, we're going to commercial break. We'll tell you what happens. Like it was good stuff. They missed what I thought were two pretty clear fumbles, but, like, hey, one benefited us and one didn't really hurt us, so okay. I definitely thought I heard a whistle on the Jalen fumble.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And Rich was just telling us, like, he was like, someone in the crowd had a whistle. Like, and there was the issue with the Elliott field goal as well.
The field goal, yep.
Yeah, where they thought they heard a whistle, but the fumbles, not knowing what teams are on the field. I think it would be one thing if the game was in MetLife and you confused the Giants and Jets, but, like, it was in Philly. It's not like you're in the play. Oh, well, yeah, they play here too.
Yeah.
Like, they're two totally distinct teams. They're not wearing the same colors.
They were thinking New York. They saw the green from the Eagles, and they were just like, Jets.
That's actually the best explanation. Is they saw the Eagles in green and thought it was the Jets. Like, but at least if the NFL officiating is going to be bad, it can be funny, and they accomplished that yesterday, so that was cool. I'll always take that. I've said forever, professional sports were not meant to be watched in slow-mo high def. Like, it was always just kind of vibes-based. Like, fumbles are vibes-based. I don't know. That's probably a fumble. That's probably a catch. When you slow it down, it's, yeah, there was a hint of an intention to go forward. So we're going to say it's a forward pass. I was like, that's definitely getting overturned. That's not going to be a fumble because, yeah, you can make the case his arm's going forward.
Yeah.
Like, it was very clear, and it's just, the officials have a tough job. It's really fast. They're all old as hell. I think they need, like, people with better vision, probably.
Might help.
What happens when you get to 40? You can't run as fast and you can't see as well. All these guys are like 62 years old. Like, yeah, it's kind of just a guessing game out there, and we have replay assistants to help us. But at least yesterday it was funny, and that takes us to Tank Bigsby, man. I think he's as much a headline as anyone.
He is.
9 carries, 104 yards, the second most he's had in his career. He had 118 week 7 last year against the Pats, but that was on like 23 or 24 carries. He went over 100 with 9 carries yesterday. 278 total rushing yards before McKee's kneel downs took it down to 276. My question about the running game now, how hurt was Cam Jurgens really? We've all seen Brett Toth play, right? He's like not great. And yesterday at center, suddenly they just have a guy with 2 legs and everything's working well. Cam Jurgens probably should have missed the first part of this season. At least, like, maybe not all 8 games, but the first 2 or 3, and he tore that meniscus, and we were like, oh, that's not great. And it was, yeah, he's fine. He's playing week 1.
He's tough. Oh, he's a meat. He'll go out there and do it.
Like, that's the thing is, the interior offensive line has been hurt since the Rams playoff game, and it feels like nobody ever got healthy, and we just have a healthy body in there, and suddenly second play of the game, Saquon has a bigger hole than he's had all freaking year, and we just run over a defense that stacked it up 15 days ago or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I just really feel like a lot of this offense's problems, we had 2 or 3 offensive linemen on one leg. Bad backs, torn meniscuses, whatever the hell it was, and just putting a dude who's healthy in there yesterday who had a week to practice, it all seemed to work out. I really feel like that has been an underlying issue here. Yeah, man, center ain't healthy. Like, that's pretty much what it comes down to, and we had one yesterday, and suddenly we're talking about Tank Bigsby.
I know. Just never let him return any kicks ever again.
The thing they got him for, he's no good at.
Yeah.
Like, Will Shipley, clearly good at it. If you set, like, one block for him, he's good.
Yeah.
Tank was actively bad, like, couldn't catch the ball out of the air. But, yeah, we line him up in the backfield, and it's, damn, he kind of had a better day than Saquon. Like,
almost.
That was like pretty sick game for the whole running game. But now with the bye, hopefully everyone up front can get healthy, and we can kind of count on this the rest of the way because they're absolutely going to need it.
Definitely.
All right. Want to come back and get more into the AJ stuff because, yes, unfortunately, we have to do it. But first, I got to tell you about our presenting sponsor. All right, today it's time to tell you about our friends at Parx Casino, because whether your favorite team wins or not, there's always another way to win on the BetParx online casino app. You got to check out their brand new games like Huff 'N' More Puff and Fireblaze Sky Queen. They've got exclusives. They have all your casino favorites like blackjack, roulette, craps, poker, baccarat, and hot online slots like Cash Eruption, 88 Fortunes, and Cleopatra. They also have slots based on your favorite streaming shows and nostalgic favorite movies. And right now is the time to get in because new users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. All you got to do is go to betparx.com and download the app right now to enjoy all the action and excitement from the casino at your fingertips. Must be 21 and in PA, Jersey, Maryland, or Michigan for BetParx. You love to play. You play to win. You bet. BetParx. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. And now, got to tell you about Xfinity, because Xfinity is the only way to watch all your favorite sports, especially the Birds, 100%. But Xfinity is the ultimate sports destination. No matter your favorite teams, no matter the best games, that's the only place to go. There's never any lagging, never any buffering, and you don't have to switch between 20 different apps to just find what you're looking for. And with the enhanced picture from 4K picture and sound, it's like you're front row in the arena for every game. And FanFlex, talk about a FanFlex. The Quad Box with multi-view, you can have up to 4 games going at once, because why not show off when your friends come over on game day? So next game day, make sure you're a big fan and not a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K capable TV box. All right, welcome back. It's time to get into some of this A.J. Brown stuff, and wanted to use social studies to do it because I saw a tweet/article on Pro Football Talk yesterday. I guess it was yesterday morning before the game. This headline on PFT, he says, the Eagles are reportedly not expected to trade wide receiver A.J. Brown. The story, however, is that they would accept a blockbuster offer, and there are several AFC teams that may be willing to slap something like that together. So really what that says is if the Eagles could win a trade that involves giving up one of the best players at his position in the league, they'd consider it. Yeah, man, you give us someone close to as good or as good as A.J. Brown, and then probably something else too for our trouble, because we are going to have to take on like $50 million in dead cap next season and over 10 this year. Yeah. We'd think about it, sure. That is the way every GM in every sport treats every asset they have. Yeah, man, you want to overpay me for something and give me a little something extra for my trouble? Yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah, sure. My phone works. You got my number. Like, this is the most non-headline. It's maybe this thing is worse with AJ than they think, than we all want to believe, and there is actual consideration of a trade moving on from A.J. Brown. But, like, this isn't that. That's not what this says. This says, yeah, there's AFC teams that really want a number one receiver, and Howie is telling them, blow me away. Like, yeah, man, give me all your assets, and we'll talk about it. Sure, absolutely. But there's just no way it makes any sense to subtract your second, third best offensive player, sometimes first best offensive player, from a team trying to win a Super Bowl and become a dynasty.
Yeah.
There's simply no way that actually makes any sense.
It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. And it's all just clickbait right now. I don't think the Eagles are going to move A.J. Brown until at least the offseason, if it's going to happen.
If they can figure out a way to offset some of the stuff and get a player that they think fills the need he leaves, or corner or edge rusher, I can see it. Yeah. They can probably make the money work. That's what Howie's here to do. But right now, you just deal with it.
Exactly.
Like, this man was whining after the NFC title game against the Niners a couple years ago when they blew them out and went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was kind of upset that he didn't get enough touches in the Super Bowl, that they won by 100.
Yeah.
This is just who A.J. Brown is, and it doesn't really seem to have stopped them from winning pretty much every game since he's gotten here.
No, not at all.
Like, it just seems a little silly. Like, why is now the time? Oh, yeah, we're 6-2 going into the bye, passing game's working. I think we're going to change some stuff.
Yeah.
Kevin Patullo just getting into a rhythm. Yeah, we're going to take away your number one receiver. I realized they did it yesterday, but the week before, like, really good game for the offense yesterday. Really happy to see the run game get going. Hurts didn't throw for 180 yards. It was 2 weeks ago against the Vikings. That was the really impressive passing game. And A.J. Brown was a major part of that.
Huge factor.
He made the 2 big plays.
Huge factor.
Like, I can't wrap my head around this discourse. And I think the thing that's crazier is what I started the show with. Oh, well, we looked better without him. You had one. I know that they embarrassed us a couple weeks ago, and like that defensive front is pretty good. They got a bunch of names. Brian Burns, super productive. Like Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter. Those dudes are real good.
Yeah.
They have nothing behind them. That is not a good defense. That's why they've only won 2 games this year. They're not that good. Congratulations, you beat the Giants. You were supposed to. Just like you were supposed to 2 games ago, and that's what made it an embarrassing loss. Like, that's why we were all like, these guys suck and we're mad at them, because you're not supposed to lose to teams like the Giants that have a rookie at quarterback and they've been drafting near the top of the draft for like 10 years. I can't fathom the actual motivation of some of this. Well, we look better without AJ. Did you though? Like, or was it that you finally just ran the ball well? Like, it kind of seems these things are related. Oh yeah, man, we could get like Jahan Dotson's making plays and Darius Cooper, whoever the hell that is on the field. Like, maybe it's okay because Saquon was right for the first time all season. It just seems like that probably had more to do with the success than not having A.J. Brown. But that would just be a logical thing. And obviously, oh man, birds are off for 2 weeks. I guess we need something to talk about. Like, is that what it all comes down to? That the Eagles are, locally, obviously, they just dominate the conversation. Clearly, it's the Eagles.
Yeah, of course.
They're our civic religion. They're not even really a sports team. They're kind of just what brings together the entire Delaware Valley.
It's very true.
Yeah, like they're a church. That's basically what they are. But man, I guess we're a national team now too. So all we've been to a bunch of Super Bowls. Everyone loves Jalen Hurts, or at least loves to talk about Jalen Hurts. Everyone's been watching him since college. Nick Sirianni's just entertaining as hell because he loses it on refs, like drunk parents at kids' sporting events. And so we're like a national team too. So this stuff just doubles up. Like, and I guess that's just how we get to the place where we're like, oh, maybe we are better without AJ. No, we just spend too much time thinking about it. Really, that's the problem more than anything else. And hey, it's my job too. But they're going to trade AJ Brown. I seriously freaking doubt it.
No.
Like, that's what it comes down to. I just really doubt it.
Not until the offseason, if that even is a thing. And who knows? Winning fixes all, right? So if they end up going on a magical run and let's say, hey, they repeat, Yeah. Is he going to want to leave then?
I just can't, like, what better situation? Maybe he just doesn't want to be here and this is all coming from him. Like, maybe that's the case. He's just like, now I want a Super Bowl. Now I just want to, like, be in the same conversation as Justin Jefferson. Like,
sure.
All right, you know what? That's your prerogative. Me personally, I'd rather, like, be here than on a team with no chance to win a Super Bowl.
Sure.
And just getting the ball fed to me. But that's him. But I will say, it does seem like the Eagles, there have been at least some conversation, like, could we do this? Could we move on? Because Jimmy Kempski put in Philly Voice that he actually asked Jeffrey Lurie what he would do if Brown knocked on his door and asked for a trade. His answer was, we do what's best for the team. We don't even consider it seriously unless it's best for the Eagles. We will always do what gives us the best chance of winning big. Everything else is secondary. That tells me right there, yeah, this is at best an off-season thing. Like, you're going to be on this team because we want to win a championship, and that's exactly how they should be thinking. This isn't about A.J. Brown. This is about winning, and I'm happy. It's interesting Lurie even answered the question. Like, instead of just being like, wait, you're going to ask me about trading a guy? Like, a hypothetical about him walking into my office? Like, first of all, I own the team. Go talk to Howie. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I'm doing other stuff. But at least that message is out there. Like, no, it's not happening, man. Even if you won out, too bad. Maybe we can talk this summer, but I just don't know where some of this stuff comes from sometimes. All right, on the other side, we're actually going to talk some Flyers because they made some news today and a little bit more about some NFL action on the other side. But now, got to tell you about Elkin Chevy. Hey, sports fans, you know who's playing championship-level car deals every single day. It's our friends at Elkin Chevrolet right off Route 73 South in Marlton. It's a three-man team. It's Jason, Adam, and Josh. They're brothers. They're in the store every single day, calling the plays and delivering wins. There's never any fumbles, never any drama, just a hometown squad with a deep bench of Chevys and prices that'll make you cheer. They call it honking good service, and trust me, it's a slam dunk. So if you're scouting for a new Chevy or a pre-owned MVP, make sure your next move is to Elkin Chevrolet. Real brothers, real deals, and a whole lot of honking good service. Shop now at elkinchevrolet.com. Together, let's drive. And while we're here, why don't I tell you about our friends at Rothman? Because whether it's a sore knee, stiff shoulder, or nagging back pain, Rothman Orthopedics is here to help you get back to the life you love. Their team of specialists treats all kinds of orthopedic issues, from everyday strains to long-term joint pain, with care that's efficient, effective, and close to home. So don't let pain keep you sidelined. Schedule an appointment today at rothmanortho.com/PHLY. Rothman Orthopedics, your mobility, our mission. All right, always excited to talk a little Flyers because honestly, it's what most people are wanting me to talk about. Like, stick to hockey, bro. And we're going to get to do that today because the Flyers made a little bit of noise. Of course, at 4 p.m. today will be the PHLY Flyers show with Charlie and I. And it is our only non-game day show of the week. So check it out. We got a lot to fit into just an hour today. But the Flyers made the announcement this morning that they have sent back Jet Luchenko to the OHL. Of course, the 19-year-old first-round pick last season made the team for 4 games under John Tortorella. Did the same under Rick Tocchet this year, but he just wasn't all that impressive. He could keep his head above water. He's a fine replacement-level NHL player right now, but not quite ready to stick in the lineup every night. And so they return him to his team, the Guelph Storm, in the Ontario Hockey League, so he can play just a ton more, get way more reps, hopefully go to the World Juniors Championship around the holidays, play a lot for Canada there, and then maybe we'll see him at the end of his season when he comes back. But I can't say this is a shocking move. I will say, if this was always the plan, to get him into some games, keep him on the team, we think we're going to do a better job developing him, even if he's not playing every night. He gets to practice with us. He gets to learn what it is to be a pro. If this was the plan all along to eventually send him back to the OHL, that's fine. But I would have loved to see him get a chance not to just be playing on the fourth line, not to just be playing with Garnett Hathaway and Nikita Grabenkin, good hockey players. But give him a chance in the top 9. Put him next to Owen Tippett. Put him next to Travis Konechny. Put him next to Matvei Mishkov. And give him a chance one game to see if his really good playmaking skills could pay off with players who are good at accepting passes and then putting the puck into the net themselves. I just would have liked to see him get a chance to do that. I realize there's more to the season than, well, this isn't about developing Jet Luchenko. It's about putting a team on the ice that we think is going to win tonight. I get it. That's the marching orders. The team is supposed to take a step forward this year. But one game, you couldn't have just put Jet in one time, for a first period. And it's here's Owen Tippett. Here's Matvei Mishkov. Go out there and see if you can make something work. What if he did? And it's, if we play him up in the lineup, we can get a little something extra out of him. I'm a little disappointed in that, but overall, it kind of felt like this was always the way it was going to go when he's played in 4 games, but he's been here for 8. He hasn't gotten into the lineup in a week, I don't think. he gets to go to the OHL. He gets to practice against not NHL players, some guys who he's at or above their level, and round out the rest of his game because dude needs to shoot more. That's one thing. He's looking a little Ben Simmons-ish out there, just in the middle of the ice with the puck. Like, I'm gonna pass it, like, or shoot, man. Like, they're giving you the shot. But I think it's all gonna work out. I know it's a very controversial pick because Zeev Buium has been scoring a lot for Minnesota since making the team. Their power play has been really good with him on it. But it's a long game. NHL prospects. We will see. We will see how it all works out. Last couple of things here. Were you talking about this earlier, Andrew? Was it the Steelers jerseys? Because I freaking loved them. I think with few exceptions. Like, I think the Kelly Green jerseys are great.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're great looking. That's like an actually good NFL jersey.
Yeah, of course.
But with few exceptions, the only good NFL jerseys, the only good NFL uniforms are the ridiculously ugly ones because I think they're all just boring. Like, there's nothing special about football jerseys. It's just a colored T-shirt with, like, numbers on it.
Sure.
They're all boring as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Like, give me those hideous Eagles, yellow and blue.
Oh,
Give me the Steelers have so many of these that are that are just asinine looking, and, like, they have stripes and God knows what the hell's going on.
What were those jerseys, man?
Yeah. I dug these though. I just want, if you're gonna do an alternate, like, be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the Steelers have like 130 years of jerseys to draw on, so I guess they're just like, we don't care. People will buy anything because that's what goes on in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers and nothing else.
The one major thing I would change: just get rid of the flesh-colored pants. Half the guys out there looked like they were nude from the bottom down.
I was like, go black or brown, like, or at least a matching yellow. Like, that was the yellow in the jersey was not the yellow of the pants.
Oh, no.
Which I found odd.
No.
Like, that was, but, like, I guess that's all part of, like, if you're like, yeah, we're making it ugly on purpose.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what they went with. One more shout out today. I pretty much only like watching football one way, alone on my couch.
Oh,
my wife usually has some sort of game day duties, so it's just me and the dog, and I yell at the football men on my television in the privacy of my own home. But I actually went to Lesson Doreen's Happy Tap in Fishtown with a buddy who basically, like, lives there. He was like, "What are you doing for the games?" All right, I'll come up.
Sure.
Had a great freaking time, and I got to say, they do Birds games really well. They sync up the radio call, so you get Meryl and Mike. Love that. They play music instead of the commercials. Love that. It's like someone's job to switch back and forth. I wouldn't want to do that on game day, but it's cool. PBRs and ginger brandy. It's hard for me to ask for too much else, quite honestly. And I had a great time. It did, however, lead to me having to go retrieve my car from Fishtown this morning and Ava drive me into the city on her way to work. So I had a few too many PBRs and
one of those days.
But yeah, and finally, little Halloween tip for everyone out there: isopropyl alcohol does not remove black nail polish. I was getting ready to go meet my buddy at the bar, get out of the shower, getting ready to get in the shower. I'm like, all right, I was Ozzy for a Halloween party on Saturday.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, let me take this off. Oh no, this is not coming off with alcohol. Did not come off in the shower. I guess this is just how I have to go to the bar. And I got to be honest, I didn't hate the look. I thought it was it looked all right. But if you're going to have some sort of commitment costume where you're going to paint your nails, have nail polish remover. That's my Halloween tip for everyone for this coming week. All right. That is all the time we have for you on Philadelphia today. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow us right here on the YouTube page. We're over 50K. We're on the way to 100,000 followers on YouTube. You can be the next. Just follow us right here. Follow me on Twitter at Philadelphia PHLY. And follow the podcast wherever you get those. Just search Philadelphia. That'll do it for me today. I am Bill Matz. Thank you to Andrew Frazier. I can say your name. Until tomorrow, be excellent to each other.
We all silly like the mayor.